Здравейте, здравейте, зрители на канала Nerd Zone. Аз съм Картача и това е поредното ми разиграване на играта Triangle Strategy. Второ поредно разиграване на Triangle Strategy. Тя е стратегия, която е триъгълна. Базикам се, тя е всъщност стратегия, така стратегическо RPG по-скоро, което е базирано на морална система с три различни така края, да го наречем. Не е стандартната good bad, нали, добро и лошо, такава морална система. Ми е по-скоро морална система, базирана на три страни. В случая това са Morality, Utility и Freedom. Сиреч моралност, нали, практичност и в смисъл принципност, практичност и свобода, да го наречем. Това разиграване вие, зрителите, заедно с мен решавате кои да са изборите, които да избера, нали. Вие самите също решавате какво да казвам аз на моите спътници или някакви случайни хора. Аз ви давам избора на базата на така това, просто да кажете числото 1, 2 или 3, според това дали е първи, втори или трети отговор. И в крайна сметка по този начин вие заедно с мен решавате кой точно отговор да предприемем. Без да ви бавя повече, зареждам играта от края на чаптър 2.
Serenoa and his stalwart allies prove their mettle against the realm's fiercest warriors before finally facing Sir Maxwell, victor of the previous tourney. After a hard-fought match, the Dawn Spear emerges victorious once more. Though beaten in the end, Serenoa's courageous display impresses itself upon all in attendance. Any doubts concerning House Wolfort's martial might are put to rest. Thus marks an end to the tourney and the festivities as a whole. With the spirit of harmony in their hearts, the delegates of each nation make preparations for their return voyages.
Окей. Време за следващия чаптър. Моста Whiteholm.
Seeing our honored guests off shall be your last lordly duty this day. Now, I remind you.
Който идва от
It
нищото.
is not to be taken lightly. Worry not, Benedict. They shall be sent off with all the pomp they deserve.
You take to your new role well, Lord Serenoa. As I must now take to my own. Pray, visit me at the mines whenever you have the time.
Farewell, Frederica. May we never meet again.
Thank you for such a productive use of our valuable time. I do so love interminable speeches and watching brutes play at war. Truly, the spirit of Glenbrook was on display for all to see. Oh, but I should watch my tongue. Wouldn't want her to go whimpering to brother.
Pay my fool cousin no mind. We have work to do. Work more important than any he could hope to be trusted with.
I apologize for those two. This was a fruitful day for all in attendance.
I am glad to hear you say so, General of Laura.
I can't believe we lost. I thought you were supposed to be one of Hyzant's greatest warriors.
Our foe was a worthy one. It would be an honor to cross blades again someday.
Thank you for your hospitality. Please give my regards to Lord Simone.
Of course, Minister.
It would seem everyone is gathered. You'll find your boats are laden with a bounty of Glenbrook's finest wares and victuals. King Regna asks that you eat and drink your fill, and toast to our three nations' newfound alliance.
More of that swill you call wine? I suppose I could force myself to partake.
Your king honors us with his generosity. We shall present these as offerings to the goddess of salt. The Hierophant, too, will no doubt be overjoyed.
Lord Wolford, I bring a message from King Regna. He would have you join our guests on their return voyage to serve as their envoy.
This is a great honor, my lord. You would represent our nation and speak with the king's voice.
If it is His Majesty's wish, it is a duty I will gladly accept. But there are 2 vessels and only one of me. Did King Regna say which of our honored guests I should accompany?
He would leave that decision to you, Lord Wolford.
Lord Falks, as representative of another of Glenbrook's high houses, will board the ship you do not.
And why was House Tellior not given this honor? Last I knew, our kingdom had 3 high houses, not 2.
Mere fact that you whimper those words before us is answer enough. Good show at the tourney, Lord Serenoa. You truly are your father's son. The king has seen fit to leave this decision in your hands, and I shall not gainsay his wisdom.
A lord must be worldly as well as wise. I trust you will conduct yourself as befits the lord of a high house.
Thank you, Sir Maxwell, Lord Falks.
The king has entrusted this decision to you, my lord. I suppose you have an idea as to why.
He means to test my judgment. He is waiting to see which I choose and for what reason.
Indeed. We are friendly with both nations now, so neither choice will earn his ire. That said, there is no telling how these relations may change going forward. No doubt, the choice you make will have an effect on our own house's relationship with the nation you choose.
I understand. This requires careful consideration. Benedict, gather the others. I would hear their opinions on the matter. Then we shall consult the scales of conviction.
Okay.
At once, my lord.
Привет, Марто. За първи път ще се сблъскаме с Scales of Conviction. За първи път ще отидем до там. Таверната сега е достъпна в лагера и Sundry Shop нямам никаква идея какво е и той е достъпен в лагера. Eagle-Eyed Elder. Sundry Shop. Воу. Promote Unit Classes. Не реших, че няма нужда да го чета цялото, но окей. Окей, има някакви команди. Интересно, мога да си взимам и лор. Това е много интересно. Сега ще прочетем ноутовете, новите. Много яко. За първи път игра ми позволява да си купувам лор. Well, if it isn't Lord Serenoa, welcome to the encampment tavern. All fort soldiers have a place to relax so long as I'm around, and I plan on sticking with you till the end. Perhaps you ought to consider dropping in for a drink and chat every so often too, my lord. Basic training. Мисля, че разбирам между другото. Mock Battles, тук може да си тренираш армията. Това е нещо като grind spot, един вид. Да го наречем. Просто ще направя така една битка.
I will end this.
Окей, това може да е малко проблемно. Това може да е малко проблемно.
Brace yourself! Did you see that?
May I?
Това беше грешка. Сега гърба му е оголен. Няма значение.
Forward! Perish!
I see a path to victory. I have your back.
I can do it.
Йеп. Ой, Серенова мога върне там малко огън. Но това може да е проблем.
Cool heads shall prevail. Allow me.
I can keep
Few
fighting.
runes.
Allow me.
Scorch.
Flames, heed my call.
Your orders?
Yeah.
Follow my lead.
It's over.
Follow my lead.
This will prove useful.
Charge! You don't stand a chance.
Тежкаря, сега ще го съборим.
Your luck has run out.
I'm a fool.
Окей.
Oh, no.
When a wolf is cornered. I'll make this quick.
May I?
Лошо. Тя няма да умре,
I
но...
shall try my level best. Let us steel our defenses.
Ooh.
Allow me.
Ой, двама ще паднат.
With the powers in me.
Това е доста добре.
Ouch!
We mustn't lose heart.
Be at ease.
The tides are turning.
Фак! Явно, че трябва да скролвам. В смисъл, не винаги мога да разчитам на това, че ми показва последния, защото тя сега ще умре. Не винаги мога да разчитам, че ми покаже последния. Анна. Throw poison.
Victory is within reach. You've made a grave mistake. Ha! A sound strike. This is good.
My turn. Yeah! For the honor of House Wolfort.
Не мога рискувам да го оставя да живее.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Така, стрелеца ще убие някого. Това е ясно. Другия вариант е тук директно да действам без да ме интересува. Така ще ги убием, но...
I will end this.
Освен, че забравих, че скорча не работи, защото няма маната.
Here I come.
Няма значение. Сега ще умре лечителката.
Oh, no.
Нищо.
The truth eludes me.
No! Good try.
Your orders?
It's over. Suffer. A sound strike.
Now!
Schlag.
I won't lose. Be gone. Forward. This ends here.
Let us pry out their weakness.
You're open.
I will end this.
Scorch.
To ashes.
Фредерика е с фрост, почти падна.
It's over.
Окей, Threatened Conviction. Obtained Cool с 18. Доста напред. Радвам се. Don't be a stranger. И интересно между другото, камерата може да се движи сега. Не, че сега го осъзнавам реално. Така... Ай, ще минем и basic тренинга за всеки случай, преди да продължим историята. Basic тренинга сигурно ще е с... някакви стражи произволни. Кого мога да скипна то път?
I won't let you down.
Давай. О, битката мога да си я доближаваш, да я отдалечаваш колкото си искаш. Идеално. Commence to battle. Тия ще ги разпорим направо. Направо ще ги разпорим.
Time to work.
For victory!
This battle is ours.
Defeat is not an option. I'll make this quick.
I shall do what I can.
Привет, Дарк Фени, благодаря ти за хоста.
Let me show you what I've learned.
Окей, много интересно.
My turn.
Подпълват територията за тях основно, за да им спестят най-вероятно двойния демидж, но...
This'll hurt.
Troll Poison сега.
I feel stronger already.
Тя левелъпна отново. Troll Poison и тука.
This'll hurt.
Двамата с Poison.
I won't lose.
Притварям полето зад нея. Double Thrust. Не, то може да е само на един човек. Ланс обаче директно може и на двамата. Което е идеално.
Here I come.
Защо тази позиция? Така ще е относително трудно да обиколят някого други го, освен нея, тя е супер близко до хилъра. О, интересно.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Сереноа. Не. По-скоро, ако атакувам от тук и после да го изместя на позиция, която е добра за затваряне на съперника, ето тук да речем, и да го оставя за възможност за това да бъде леко наранен евентуално. Така ще затворим този пичага да се движи. Cure Wounds на себе си.
Allow me.
Не се чувствам толкова застрашен от някъде другаде, колкото от тука. Mighty Strike е лошичко.
Allow me.
Сега идва важният момент. Scorch Weak.
Flames, heed my call. We can win this.
Окей. Сега този е ключов. Сереноа. Интересно, не съм убеден, че Сереноа ще мога понесе много демидж.
Time to work.
Мисля, че може би ще довършим този... Не. Стрелеца е довършваем много лесно. Другия вариант е пробвам да мъча този. Кой идва директно след нея? Стрелеца е най-близък след нея, но там има двама мои, които могат да го довършат. Така че по-добре да вкарам максимално много демидж на този пичага. Другия вариант е да пробвам с Troll Poison или директно също го довърша, но да вкарам и демиджа към другия пичага, както направих. Добре. Сега, твой търн, то е ясна работа, какво ще стане. Според мен е Double Thirst.
You don't stand a chance!
The hunt is on.
Серен Ноа мога да се върне, но по-скоро няма да го направи. Дали ще стигне Poison, за да го убие после, не съм сигурен. Но при всяко положение бих пробвал Серен Ноа да убие тоя пичага.
This ends here.
My turn.
Без напрежение.
For my kith and kin.
Не стигна Poison, за да го убие, за жалост. И в гръб Mighty Strike. Ох, леле.
This isn't good.
Това не е good, но Род и ще го довърши.
Be gone with you!
Окей.
Let me show you what I've learned.
You're open.
Не е гениално, но...
This power will protect us.
Flame Shield, окей. Буф гърба. Shield Song. О, това е интересно.
This is the end.
Ой, минах и тази мисия. Това са някакви допълнителни такива сценарии, които с удоволствие ще минавам и тях. Сега продължаваме напред към историята. Don't be a stranger. Trade post. Quietus има тука. Така. War Chronicle, Notes. Ето ги новите ноутове. Cavalry and Hawk Riders are known for their superior mobility. This grants them the ability to move freely across the battlefield, although venturing too far from their allies leaves them without support and puts them at risk of a concentrated, по-скоро enemy attack, не contracted, както е. They should therefore stay close to the main force and utilize their mobility to either flank or get behind enemies who draw near. While acting alone can be dangerous, a team of 3 or more cavalry units or Hawk Riders can prove quite advantageous in battle. They can provide much needed support to each other and actively intercept enemy troops or assail soldiers lurking in the distance. Doing so, separate them from allies with healing magic, so taking recovery pellets would be a must. Alone, cavalry units and Hawk Riders are challenging to handle, but their real strength lies in their numbers. So what is the best way to make use of their exceptional mobility? The question gives insights into a commander's true worth. One must be swift but never hasty. Speed can be your greatest asset or your greatest enemy. Това е тайна тактика, Scroll of Heaven се казва. Историята на Гленбрук, пък четем сега. The kingdom of Glenbrook is the oldest of the 3 nations existing today. Though there have been changes to the branch families, the blood of the founder still runs strong in the veins of the current King Regna. The holy state of Hyzant asserts that their nation was founded first according to the goddess's scriptures, and that Glenbrook's long history is a fabrication of later generations. Glenbrook has continued to ignore this claim. The Grand Duchy of Esrost was founded by the Archduke's family, who shared a common ancestor with the royal family of Glenbrook. They insisted upon their right to succeed the throne up until the Salt Iron War began, and denied the current royal family's rule. But when the war began, They acknowledged the family's legitimacy, and the two nations formed a secret alliance. It is said that King Regna required the former Archduke Sigmund to officially recognize his rule in order to enter into an alliance. Машинации яко. After the Salt Iron War, това е development of the Norzelia Consortium. After the Salt Iron War fought over Hyzant's sole ownership of salt, the Norzelia Consortium was established to oversee the equal distribution of salt and iron to the realm. по-скоро. The three nations brought together trade specialists to create this neutral and impartial organization as agreed upon in the Accords. The consortium's success in fair trade contributed greatly to the restriction of Norzelia, which had been ravaged by the war. The kingdom of Glenbrook, rich in agriculture and fisheries, prospered due to the stable influx of salt from the consortium. The people were able to produce large quantities of salted meats, dried fish, dairy products, and more. Exports of these goods helped restore national power. Though it was thought to be the dawn of a new age for Norzelia, Hyzant began to strengthen its voice within the consortium as the reconstruction progressed. In Aesfrost, on the other hand, the situation could not have been worse. Its already small population suffered the greatest number of casualties during the war, and reviving the iron industry was taking longer than anticipated. To make matters worse, salt prices soared within the duchy due to taxes and transportation fees from the distant Hyzant. Though iron exports were meant to balance salt imports, the nation's labor and iron shortage caused it to accrue a large trade deficit. Though the consortium was meant to adjust that imbalance, it did not. It did not take any drastic measures. Rather, it leaned more toward Hyzant and establishing salt as the main axis of trade. There are some who believe that the Hierophant, unable to accept that the war ended in a draw due to the injuries on all sides, had a hand in this and wished Aesfrost to take responsibility for the war. Though the truth is unknown, it is undeniable that Aesfrost is the only nation at such a major disadvantage. The duchy's dissatisfaction naturally mounted an attention much like the one before the Salt Iron War began, descended upon Norzelia. A concerned King Regna and Simon Ulford then summoned the other nations to participate in a joint mining venture at the Grand Norzelian mines. Their aim was not only to ease the tensions between the duchy and the Holy State, but also offer support for the former iron industry and correct the trade imbalance between both nations. The entire realm watches this venture with hopeful eyes, praying that it will finally create the much needed balance between salt and iron and restore the original functions of the Norzelia Consortium. If it succeeds, then perhaps our realm will finally know peace, and the tragedies of the Salt Iron War will be a thing of the past. И последното е the Eternal Norzelia River. The Norzelia River has two tributaries with unique properties. The western branch, running from the snowy Norzelian mountains, is filled with water year-round. Although the water levels are now under control, the tributary was once quite turbulent and prone to floods. Many areas with swift currents still remain, however, and prove challenging to inexperienced sailors. Only as frost ships, armed with the full knowledge of the river's waters, are able to navigate those currents. The other tributary, stemming from the eastern desert, flows calmly throughout. The gentle sloping of the river also allows for easy upstream passage. Water transport flourishes for the most of the year, although low water levels in some seasons make the voyage near impossible for large vessels. The two branches converge into a single, mighty river at Glenbrook and flow south to the Norzelia Falls. Окей, това е доста информация за света всъщност. Така можем да си закупуваме информация, доколкото видях, посредством този пичага. Кеви ме този подход, защото така не те задължават едва ли не да се интересуваш от лора на играта. Но пък аз се интересувам от лора на играта, така че... Упс. Чаптър 3. Парт 1. Тя има няколко части, окей. Нека да видим White Home Castle.
It seems your first test as Lord has come. 'Tis no small matter either.
Чат, тук може да ни се наложи да избираме някакви неща, да водим преговори, така че си гответе изборите. Естествено ще се допитвам и до вас, както вече правим това разигране. Вие ще може да ни давате, както в книгите игри, отговор за това какво бихте предпочели. В случая, за разлика от книгите игри, моя глас ще важи.
Indeed, but I needn't face it alone. I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why. State your case before the scales of conviction. Then we shall decide our destination.
We take a vote and the consensus determines our action. Is that it?
That is correct. So long as my allies walk by my side, their opinions carry equal weight to mine. Such is the way of House Wolford. As Lord, I shall bear the weight of consequence for the Scales' decision, whatsoever they may be.
You are more serious than usual, my friend.
He understands what it means to be Lord of his house.
Well, I hope you have room for a stowaway, because I'm going too. In secret, of course. I trust the new Lord Wolfort will handle the ponderous negotiations and diplomacy with grace.
Your Highness, you cannot be...
You may stay ashore if you wish, Huette.
You know I cannot allow that. If you insist on going, then I shall attend you.
Well then, it would seem the matter is settled.
There is exactly one coin for each of us.
It seems fate has conspired to bring balance to our proceedings.
How curious.
Curious? I see it as a sign that the heavens approve of my joining you.
You are ever the optimist, my friend.
Shall we proceed, my lord? One coin, one vote.
Very well. I would hear each of your thoughts on the matter in turn. Then you shall place your coin upon the scales of conviction and illuminate the road ahead.
As Frostor Hyzant would that we had the time to visit both. Although I may not have my own token of conviction, it is my duty to lend an ear to their arguments. And an honest exchange of opinions will hopefully lead to a decision that satisfies all who vote. All who vote, по-скоро. The path of the story will be determined by the consensus of your party as played out through voting scenes. Each of your allies will cast their vote according to his or her own convictions. As the player, you will be bound to the decision of the majority. Before voting commences, you may attempt to persuade the others to change their minds. Whether or not your attempt succeeds will only be revealed when the votes are cast. The strength of Serenoa's conviction will affect the chances of success, по-скоро. The key to winning over your party is gathering the necessary information beforehand. That information may not always be found in the same room where the votes are cast, so be proactive, talking to everyone you meet on your journey. Окей. Събирането на информация може да е много ключово. Това ми го показаха и в демото. Тук, между другото, си спомням, че имаше разни газарийки. Упс, не бе, как End Persuasion. Така, искам да видя опциите за камерата, дали ми се струва по-удачно. Така и никога не мога да разбера дали... Но то това Inverted Vertical. Да, това е правилната камера. Опциите за камера винаги са трудна работа, когато се занимаваш с японци. Така. King Ragnar expects great things of you, Lord Serenoa. If there is anything I can do to be of service, simply say the word. Така, и нашите три избора чат са първия. I should like to learn more about the holy state of Hyzant. I know they lay claim to the source and thus honor Zelia's sword. Втория избор е I should like to know more about Frederica's home. I hear the Grand Duchy of Esfrost is known for its views on freedom. И третото е I should like to hear more about our home of Glenbrook. Are there any problems I should be aware of? И така. Накратко, първият избор е искам да зная повече за Светото кралство Хайзант. Аз знае, че те притежават извора, нали? И така имат цялата сол в Норзелия. Второто е, аз искам да зная повече за дома на Фредерика. Чувам, че дукството на Есфрост, нали? Великото дукство на Есфрост е познато с своите виждания за свободата. И третото е... искам да чуя повече за Гленбрук. Има ли някакви проблеми, за които трябва да зная, нали, в нашия дом? Така че чат 1, 2 или 3 може да изберете вие. Аз може би бих пробвал 1 или 2. Така че имам по половина отговор на двете. Ако никой от вас няма никакво желание да афектира вота, ще избера самия аз, кое от двете. Но за сега съм 50-50. Но пък призовавам всеки, аз не знам дали има и дилей и така нататък, ще изчакам минута-две, както винаги. Вчера имаше няколко човека, които се включваха в вота. Като цяло призовавам да се включате в вота, за да стане по-интересно. Любо казва 1. За сега едно има глас и половина. Мартоко все още е тук, мога да прескочи с отговор. Също така. Всеки е свободен да се включи, нали? Deadly River казва едно, значи едно ще бъде нашия отговор. But of course, your curiosity is only natural, seeing as your domain shares a border with the holy state itself. Hyzant is a very devout nation that reveres the goddess of salt and her teachings. The citizens and her followers, and they are led by her oracle, the Hierophant, along with the rest of the saintly seven. Те имат някакъв съвет такъв, явно. Hyzant itself is mostly a desert wasteland with the exception of the source. They claim complete ownership over the salt within it, declaring it to be divine boon from the goddess, therefore making it Norzelia's most wealthy and powerful nation. I heard that the people there enjoy peaceful and prosperous lives. You heard right, but appearances can sometimes be deceiving. As you may already know, it is probably best not to take a Rosellan like Lady Frederica should you choose to go to Hyzant. Pray forgive me, I forget myself sometimes. I hope my foolish ramblings have not clouded your judgment. The decision is yours to make, Lord Serenoa, and I'm sure you'll choose most wisely. А защо не бива да избираме Фредерика или някой друг Розелан? Това е интересно. Окей, следващия диалог. Франи! Lord Ulford, I know your position as head of your house comes with many responsibilities, but being partly to Rowan's fancies is not one of them. I hope you understand that. Моите опции са: Roland is doing what he can for the kingdom in his own way. As his older brother, I'm sure you can see that. Втората опция е: Roland may be a prince, but he's also a brother, like a brother to me. I swear to do all I can in the service of the crown. Третата опция е: I appreciate your concern, Prince Franny, and hope that you and I can be friends as well, just like our fathers before us. Накратко, опция 1. Роланд прави всичко, което може за кралството по свой собствен начин и като негов по-голям брат съм убеден, че го виждаш. Второто е: Роланд може да е принц, но той също така ми е и като брат. Заклевам се, че ще служа на короната, нали, с всичко, което мога. И третата опция е: оценявам твоите притеснения, принц Франи, и се надявам, че аз и ти можем да бъдем приятели, точно както бащите ни преди нас. Франи накратко е брата на Роланд, който непрекъснато се кара с него. 3 казва Давъл Нинджа. По принцип моят отговор би бил 1, така че за сега сме наравно. Един отговор за 1, един за 3. Любо казва 3 също. Окей, ще политиканстваме малко, няма проблем. Deadly River казва 2. Интересно. Привет на нинджата, между другото, и на Deadly River. Не съм казал и на Любо по-рано. Така че привет на всички. Отиваме на 3, което събира най-много гласове за сега. You cannot win my favor, as you have my brothers. House Ulford may be a vassal to the crown, but they also possess a very special power. Causing up to the royal family will do nothing but arouse needless suspicion. My apologies. I will be more cautious of the boundaries between the high houses and the crown, for the sake of the kingdom. I am glad we have an understanding. I hope you know that I acknowledge both the power and good faith of the House Ulford. Pray do not fan the flames of my brother's foolishness any further. Този доста сурово ни отряза, между другото. Само да сме приятели, пичага. Тук няма нищо, няма никакъв екзамен горе. Добре. Тази карта е голяма и тази карта, ако сте гледали демо ден, в който имаше Triangle Strategy, я помните със сигурност. Тук ще има битка по-късно в играта. Така че спойлер чат, играта не приключва в този чаптър. Капа. Ще има още стримове. Prince Franny and Minister Patriot are waiting to see off our esteemed guests. They said to ask them if you have any questions on the matter. Сега почваме убедителната фаза.
Listen, lad.
Can very well say Hyzant holds much appeal to me. Sorcery and X-Arm are too clever by half. And I'm sure the people of Westfrost will give a warm reception even if their weather won't. По-скоро. The way I see it, you can't go wrong with a visit to Westfrost considering your nuptial circumstances. Той иска в Westfrost. Аз мога да се пробвам да го убедя да ходим в Хайзант. Като цяло чат, въпросът ми е такъв. Искам вие да решите дали искате да отидем на гости на Есфрост или да отидем на гости на Хайзант. Ако има карта някъде, тук ще се пробвам да я намеря. Да, ето го Path Traveled, може да... никаква карта няма покаже, окей. Така. Хайзант е малко автократично да го... Те двете царства са накратко малко или много авторитарни, но Хайзант е предимно разчитащо на търговията царство, което държи цялата сол накратко в земята, и то е кралство, което като цяло граничи с нашата земя, с земите на нашия дом, а пък нали Есфрост е северно кралство, което оттам идва и Фредерика, нейните брати и сестра доведени са оттам, и всъщност те бяха уния задници с червеното и с сивите коси, които се държаха лайнарски. Аз подозирам, че в Есфрост може да се мъти нещо, защото като цяло казаха, че тяхното население е доста измъчено от войната и като цяло, че те самите имат някакви доста сериозни недоволства и икономически проблеми, и това винаги е предпоставка за война, така че там може да се мъти нещо. Въпросът е дали искаме да отидем в Есфрост, където може би се мъти война, или искаме да отидем в Хайзант, които може би създават предпоставките за война. С вдигането на цената на солта и това, че в общини се опитват търговски да изземат властта в земята. Накратко може да кажете, ако вие имате предпочитания дали да им в Есфрост или Хайзант, и аз ще се пробвам да наклоня везните в тази посока. Ще мина и слушам хората първоначално. Doubtless, Esfrost will be a close partner in the days ahead. It would be wise to see how they live, don't you think?
Lord Serenoa.
Hyzant's Ministry of Medicine is said to be a beacon of progress in both medicine and magic. I believe we could benefit greatly from seeing the fruits of their knowledge with our own eyes.
Serenoa.
I have already wondered when I might visit the country where my mother was born. How did she spend her youth? I would very much like to see.
Lord Serenoa, hello.
Until now, Frederica's position has offered her few chances to visit Hyzant. Deepening your relationships with the Holy State would doubtless be your benefit as well. Why not use this opportunity to let Frederica realize a long-held wish in her lifetime?
Lord Serenoa.
Aesfrost soldiers are said to be among the strongest in all of Norzelia. However, that is only hearsay. I mean to judge them for myself.
Lord Serenoa.
Aesfrost or Hyzant, it makes no difference to me. Where you go, I shall follow. Still, I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter, my lord. Ще започнем с нея, с Анна ще започнем. И тъй като никой не каза предпочитание, аз мисля да отидем в Hyzant и се пробвам да убедя всички, доколкото ми е възможно. They say Hyzant is the nation of salt and sand. Do you have a reason to go there? Окей, имаме отговор с The Ministry of Medicine. Отговорите са ми. I hear everyone is treated as equals. I would see the truth of that claim. Е първото. Второто е I can scarce imagine so much sand. I would like to see it with my own eyes. И третото е I wish to see what miracles are performed in the ministry and learn what kind of magic and medicine enables them. Аз мисля да кажа това наистина. Ако нямате някакви предпочитания, отговор едно казва: чувам, че всички там са третирани като равни, искам да видя това дали е истина. Второто е: не мога да си представя толкова много пясък, ще ми се го видя с очите си. И третото е: искам да видя какви чудеса успява да изпълни. Министри не съм сигурен. Министри... Мисля, че думата беше за манастир, но сега ще проверя за всеки случай. Да, какви чудеса правят, нали, с магия и медицина, нали, едва ли не, но сега ще проверя думата 100% какво значи. Та да, 1, 2 или 3, ако имате предпочитания. Всички казвате 3. Интересно е между другото, че министри, нали, освен съвременната дума за министерство, най-вероятно се е ползвало за някакво игуменство или нещо. Кой просто го нарича манастира за по-лесно? Защото министерството не е адекватно в този случай да бъде използвано. Така че окей, нека да пробваме това. I see. I hear the feats performed there beggar belief. Any knowledge we could gain would surely come in handy during times of need. Thank you for sharing, my lord. I see now why you wish to visit Hyzant. Anna is deep in thought. Окей, я да пробваме сега да убедим другите трима, които са за Aesfrost.
Lord Serenoa.
I wish to visit the holy state of Hyzant. Hyzant has its charms as well, I'm sure. What about it appeals to you, my lord? The Ice Mage, окей, тук имаме нов отговор. I wish to see how their touted equality works in practice. For now, it is only words to me. Е първият отговор. Вторият отговор е I would like to visit the source. There's nothing else like it in the world. Третият отговор, it is said the skill of their mages is unequaled. Wouldn't you like to test your skill against such warriors? И третото е, нали, че казва, че уменията на техните магиосници са несравними. Не би ли искала да се тестваш срещу техните войни? Това е отговор 3. Отговор 2 е искам да видя извора Няма нищо като него в този свят. И първото искам да видя как работи тяхното равенство, нали, на практика, защото за сега за мен са само думи. Така че 1, 2 или 3. Тъй като тя говореше за войни, за това да си мери, ще кажа чурката, само че тя няма, да си мери уменията с някакви войни, може би 3 е най-удачно за мене. Съответно, може да ползвате тия затишия, ако гледате това на запис, да драснете и вашето мнение. Когато гледате в YouTube, може да скролнете, даже ако сте на цял екран, пак може да се скролне, може да скролнете надолу и да пишете един коментар. Ха-ха-ха, много си тъп. Аз исках нещо съвсем друго, този избор беше лош. Примерно нещо такова. Както да е, 3 да бъде, казва Любо.
Quite true.
I have heard the same. What magic I have seen is impressive enough. I can scarce imagine what a true master could do. I should like to try my hand against one in mock combat if able. My bow against their spells.
Okay.
Thank you, my lord. I suppose there may be some merit in visiting Hightown. Хюет също размишлява, тя е undecided. Интересно, интересно. Роланд.
Say.
Doubtless Aesfrost will be a close partner in the days ahead. It would be wise to see how they live, don't you think? What reasons have you for wanting to visit Highland? I just have a feeling. Мога му кажа. Втория отговор е The salt from the sources has made them prosperous. I would be very interested in seeing how that wealth manifests itself. И трето е I'll be fascinated to see a society where everyone is truly equal. Значи по принцип третото ми се струва като не е лош отговор, но случая с Роланд, нали, отговорите са едно е просто имам чувство, имам някакво усещане. Второто е солта от извора ги е накарал да бъдат, нали, да просперират. Бих се заинтересувал, нали, как точно те използват паричките си, едва ли не. И третото е, нали, бих се впечатлил, нали, от общество, в което всички са наистина равни. Но всъщност, моят отговор би бил едно в случая. С Роланд най-вече. Просто имам усещане. Роланд ми се вижда импулсивен и мисля, че това е отговор, който ще мога да резонира с него. Какво ще кажете вие, чат? 1, 2 или 3? Моят отговор, както казах, за сега е 1. Но не е сигурно, че избера него. Припомням правилата. Ако не успеем да постигнем консенсус, хвърлям зарчето. Зарчето, независимо ако сме се колебали между два отговора, зарчето винаги има възможност да избере който и да било от трите отговора, не само от двата. Зарчето винаги значи 1 и 2, че отиваме при първия вариант, 3 и 4 при втория и 5 и 6 при третия вариант. Независимо дали сме били, примерно, може да има от 10 гласа за едното, 10 гласа за другото и 0 за последното. Зарчето има шанс равен да се падне всяко от тия неща. Така че имаме, нали, инсентива да постигнем консенсус. Deadly River казва 3, гласовете са 1 на 1 за сега. Аз казвам, просто имам чувство, нали? А пък Deadly River казва, I would be fascinated, нали? Бих бил впечатлен от общество, в което всички са наистина равни. Любо казва 2. Окей, добре. Тъй като вие сте по-активно пишещите, може би ще хвърля директно зарчето. Вот е разстроен. Пада се 6. Отиваме на отговор 3.
Certainly.
Indeed, they say Hyzant is a country without kings or nobles. It is hard to imagine. But why imagine when we could see it with our own eyes? An interesting proposal. I wonder what everyone else thinks. You've given me much to consider, friend. Много интересна система, между другото, на убеждение.
Listen, lad.
Can't very well say Hyzant holds much appeal to me. Sorcery and X-Arm are too clever by half. I'm sure the people of Esrost will give a warm reception. Even if their weather won't. Какво значение имат? Ами, ако изберем да отидем в Хайзант, отиваме в Хайзант и историята продължава в Хайзант. Ако изберем да отидем в Есфрост, отиваме в Есфрост и историята продължава в Есфрост. Това е дипломатическа визита, от която може да направим само една. Имаш преди преговорен с хората. Изборите, ние се опитваме да ги... тъй като те са 7 човека, ние въобще не се опитваме да ги убедим да направят някой конкретен избор. Разбираш ли? Ние се опитваме да им повлияем какво да направят. И с правилната реплика можем по-добре да ги убедим. I wish to visit Hyzant. You want to go to Hyzant, do you? Care telling me why, my lord? Тъй като сме събирали всякаква информация и както ще продължим да събираме, на практика всичките ни избори винаги са отключени. The Sent and Sun must make people of a different sort than here. I would be interested to meet them. Е първи отговор. Втория е I've long wanted to visit the source. It is the cornerstone of all life in Norzelia after all. И третото е Stories of the miracles performed in the Ministry of Medicine have piqued my interest. Such knowledge could help our soldiers and common folk alike. Накратко отговор едно е пясъка и слънцето трябва да са създали по-различни хора от нас тук, ще ми се да ги видя. Вторият отговор е отдавна съм искал да посетя извора. Той е зародиша на целия живот в Норзелия в крайна сметка. И третото е историите за чудесата, които се изпълняват в манастира на медицината, нали? Или ще го наречем Министерството на медицината. Всъщност Министерство не е толкова лоша дума. Да, в Министерството на медицината ми хванаха интереса. Такива познания, нали, могат да помогнат и на войници, и на обикновени хора. Тук съм пас, тук което изберете вие, аз мисля, че и трите отговора са еднакво удачни като цяло. Не ми се вижда като супер голям филантроп пичагата. Така че може би дори отговор едно ми се вижда най-удачен, но по-скоро нямам мнение. Така че вие дайте едно, две или три. С изборите, Любо, ние се опитваме да им наклоним решението в посоката, в която искаме ние. За сега ни е даден много равен вод, което предполагам, че защото е в началото, за да мога да наклоним на където си искаме, но после предполагам, че има някакви решения, които са по-трудни. И предполагам, че убежденията на нашите хора са оформяти от нашите убеждения първоначално и в последствие ние можем да ги убеждаваме или разубеждаваме в нещо. Тъй като ние имаме също някакъв скрит стат, който се нарича Conviction. И е базиран на тази, тъй наречена морална система с 3 полюса. Не. Всички отиваме където отиват всички. В смисъл, всички отиваме където отиват всички. Въпросът е къде отиваме. За момента вече би трябвало да имаме достатъчно мнозинство. Но пробваме всичките да убедим, пък каквото стане. Всички отиваме където отиваме всички. Поне за сега това е консенсуса. За сега няма отцепници. Може би после в последствие ще вкарат някакви отцепничества.
You're onto something.
Doubtless we could learn from the minds of the ministry. Would that we had such gifted healers and mages at our disposal. Might be we could ask them for a book. But I've always been of the mind that the best learning is done through doing.
I've made up my mind.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts on the matter, my lord. Добре. Време е да пуснем скалата на убежденията. Нали, везните на убеждението. Voting.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we journey to the Grand Duchy of Esfrost or the holy state of Hyzant? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You've convinced me.
If that is your wish, then so be it. Hyzant is just as good as Esfrost.
You have my vote.
Where my lord goes, I follow. Тук ти показва, че си ги убедил. Интересно.
I changed my mind.
Hyzant has its charms, I admit. Charms I mean to see for myself.
You won me over.
I'm behind you, my lord. Даже няма нужда да ги прочитам тия работи, защото те си ги озвучават горе-долу. Тук буквално накланяме везните. Буквално.
Conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Окей, тук абсолютно всички са убедени. Това може да ми помогне. Нямам идея това дали ми помага с отношенията, ако успявам да наклоня винаги везните в едната полза.
The way forward is decided. We journey to Hyzant.
Представям си, че примерно може да има някаква форма на дружески отношения.
We have decided. We set sail for the holy state of Hyzant.
Ако на всички им е угодено.
Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Lord Serenoa, we are honored that you would choose to grace our nation with your presence. That said, I must offer you a warning as well.
It may be in Lady Frederica's best interests to remain here in Glenbrook. I fear there may be some complications were she to come to Hyzant.
Huh?
She is half-sister to the Archduke and my betrothed besides. What complications could there possibly be?
None, if I had any say in it. However, the matter is more delicate than that.
Your lady's hair would draw attention. Unfortunately, none of it favorable.
My mother's hair. The pink locks of the Roselle. Mother once told me of how her people fled Hyzant.
Then you know how the Roselle are viewed in our nation. How the gospel of the goddess regards them as sinners.
Yes, I do. But I am from Esfrost, and I assure you I have committed no sins.
Of course, my lady. Very well then. I will do all in my power to see your visit is a pleasant one.
Thank you. Pray forgive my outburst.
Или както се казваше в едно друго JRPG, May your tomorrow be a nice day as well.
You've no need to apologize. Still, I must ask, are you certain?
I must go. I would see with my own eyes. See where and how my mother and her people suffered.
Тук малко раци, явно. Whither the river flows. Completed. Save your game. Chapter 3 Part 1.
By order of King Regna, Serenoa escorts their esteemed guests back home, beyond the forest and over the mountains to a vast sand-swept land. Before long, a grand wall of stone rises before them. Known as the Goddess's Shield, behind it lies the source, Norzelia's only supply of salt. Upon the lake shores of the source towers a giant likeness of the goddess, ever watching over the flourishing city and the palace below. This is the holy state of Hyzant.
I had heard tales of the goddess's shield, but its grandeur surpasses even my imagination.
It protected the holy state from both Glenbrook and Esfrost during the war. None in history have succeeded in breaching it. Do you think you might fare better, Lord Serenoa?
Truth being told, с толкова ниска стена.
I think penetrating these walls would be nigh impossible.
A most courteous answer. I should have expected as much.
What's that sound?
Could this be?
Is this the hour of worship I've heard so much about?
Indeed. Hyzantians offer their prayers up to the goddess's statue every day. They thank her for her blessing, for bestowing us with the source, from which all Norzelia's salt is harvested.
To see every citizen pray is astonishing.
The goddess truly is at the center of all Hyzant, just as the stories say.
Even so, are there none who'd use this time of worship to rob their fellow citizens?
There are none so misguided among the goddess's believers.
All Hyzantians are guaranteed food, clothing, and shelter. The holy state has done everything in its power to eliminate poverty and ensure equality. As a result, no one envies others or craves riches for selfish reasons.
Certainly if everyone were equal, there would be naught to fight about.
But achieving absolute equality is impossible.
The words of an unbeliever. The goddess showers her blessings fairly upon all who follow her teachings.
Before we visit the Hierophant, there is one thing I must tell you about Lady Frederica.
Under normal circumstances, the head of our nation would not permit an audience with one of Rosellan extract. We have explained the circumstances, however, and she has been granted special permission to enter the palace as an envoy.
That said, we would ask that Lady Frederica remain silent before the Holy One.
Silent? Why?
I reiterate that typically she would not be so much as allowed to attend. We ask for your understanding of our creed.
You mean to treat one of Glenbrook's delegates as if she weren't even there?
Prince Roland, you are here in secret. It would not do for you to gainsay another nation's religious creed. I have no objections.
My apologies.
You needn't apologize. Let us do what we came here for.
We appreciate your understanding. Now then, let us show you to the palace.
That is where the Hierophant resides.
The Hierophant imparts us with the goddess's divine messages. None are allowed to look upon the Holy One's face, none save Minister Edor, who conveys their divine words to us.
Pardon our intrusion. Lord Serenoa Wolfort of Glenbrook has escorted us home on behalf of King Regna.
The Hierophant speaks to you. Serenoa Wolfort, we thank you for your gracious gesture. We are overjoyed and humbled that you have chosen to grace our nation with your presence.
I am unworthy of such high praise, but honored nonetheless.
House Wolfort and Hyzant have shared a deep bond ever since the Sultan War. On behalf of the Saintly Seven, it is my wish that our friendship will be as strong as it was with your Lord Father.
But of course, I strive to one day measure up to his greatness.
You will also, in time, succeed Lord Simon as advisor to the mining venture, I hear. The Hierophant would hear your true thoughts on the endeavor.
Тия не има много чиста работа, само това ще ви кажа. I think it a significant stepping stone towards peace between the three nations. I think it a valuable endeavor that will fairly profit everyone. I fear the intentions of the three nations are not aligned. I sense a storm brewing on the horizon. Са трите опции. Първата е, мисля, че това е много добър, много добра стъпка към мир между трите нации. Второто е, мисля, че това е ценно начинание, което ще облагодетелства всички. И третото е, опасявам се, че намеренията на трите нации не са сходни и чувствам, че буря се надига. Чат, можете да пробвате да изберете. Аз се колебая между 1 и 3, така че и двата отговора са ми еднакво представени с по половин глас. Защото мисля, че наистина това би могло да бъде добро стъпало, но действително виждам, че нациите не са много единни в намеренията си. Добрите намерения един към друг, да ги наречем. Струва ми се, че Гленбрук сме единствените, които сме в общи линии търсещи мира, да наречем. Търсещи помирение по-скоро. Търсещи да подадем ръка на другите. 3 казва Геро. Привет, Геро. Това е важен избор, така че изчакам още гласове евентуално. 3 казва и Deadly River. 2,5 гласа. Да, окей, винаги е окей. Така.
I fear the intentions of the three nations are not aligned. I sense a storm is brewing on the horizon.
Lord Serenoa, is that not a slight to our efforts in this endeavor?
Even so, I will not deny my curiosity. Pray, tell us more.
While we may indeed be working together, our motives differ. There's no disputing that. But we must accept that reality and join hands if we truly wish to enrich our nations.
I see. So you believe in freedom and competition. However, in such a world, only the strong will thrive and the weak will weep.
Even so.
Lord Serenoa, the Holy One wishes for peace and equality across all Norzelia. It is our hope that you will trust in the Holy State's good intentions.
Of course.
Yeah, sure.
The goddess always watches over those who believe in her. May you all receive her divine protection.
I apologize for visiting you in secret, but there is something I must ask you. I have heard that the people of Hyzant live in equality. They say the goddess showers blessings upon those who follow her teachings. But is that the only reason?
Oh, a studious one you are, Prince Roland. King Regna has raised you well. Of course, the goddess's teachings are at the core of the equality our citizens enjoy. But there are many measures taken by the Holy State to ensure the happiness of our people.
Minister Lila's Ministry of Medicine, which dedicates itself to the study of preserving life, is another example of this. The results of their research have allowed many people to overcome illness and injury and live long, healthy lives.
Fascinating. I would like to hear more about Hyzant's medical discoveries.
I see we managed to pique your interest. Minister Lila, I leave our guests in your capable hands. Pray, show them around the ministry and let them admire Hyzant's pursuit of life and magic.
Херофанта не могат да го поглежда никой, освен един човек. Seems like equality to me. Seems pretty equal to me. Така. Whiteholm Castle. Странична мисийка.
Brother, where is Roland? I've yet to see him today.
And you shan't, for he has left. Took it upon himself to join the mission abroad.
He did? I see.
Again, prioritizing his personal wishes above his station. Is there no end to his selfishness?
You haven't any love for him, have you?
Love? I would rather think of him as little as humanly possible.
How can you say that? He's family.
Royal family, and our duty is to the crown above all. Do not look to Roland for inspiration if you wish to carry yourself in a manner befitting your station, dear Cordelia.
Ай-яй-яй. Ай-яй-яй, това семейство. Central Hyzant. Ростер. Я проверим инвентара, между другото. HP ринг за някого. 10 кръв. Ей, Наско, привет. 10 кръв може би за... Ето така. За Роланд. Тъй като той е герой бегач на практика. Central Hyzant. Скоро ще ни трябват материали за апгрейд.
Look, a Rosellan. I heard she's an envoy from Glenbrook.
Be that as it may, is her kind even allowed to enter our halls?
I can only assume she received special permission, since Minister Lila's showing her around.
Ironic, considering the wishes of us researchers are hardly ever granted.
What a splendid facility you have here. I can see why your nation excels in the medical arts.
Normally, only ministry staff are allowed in. Having outsiders view our work is unprecedented.
We cannot thank you enough for your generosity.
If I heard correctly, it sounds like you are researching life itself.
That we are. In order to cure illnesses and injuries, we must set our sights high.
Even illnesses deemed uncurable in other nations?
There is no miracle panacea in this world, but we like to think nothing is impossible.
Wonderful. And would you be willing to share those results with others, should you achieve them?
There's no miracle panacea in this world, meanwhile casting health magic. Level 1.
If you believe in the goddess's teachings, yes. At least, that is what I would expect the Holy One to say.
Minister Lila, the preparations for the experiment are complete.
My apologies, but I must get back to work. You are free to take a look around. However, I ask you to not enter the restricted areas.
Of course, nothing is free in the ministry, nor anywhere in Hyzant. And of course, when people are forced to adhere to teachings, there are some who will resist.
Who might you be?
Just a researcher, nothing more.
What was his problem?
Serenoa, I could use some fresh air, if you don't mind.
But of course.
I kinda
Let us take
mind
a break
though.
outside.
Kinda mind. В смисъл не мога да я пуснем да ходи никъде тука. Ще я пребият с камъни на пътя. How are you faring, Frederica? Better than before, thank you, but I should like to rest in the shade for a spell. But of course, rest as long as you like. I should take a moment to get to know the city. Okay. Selling rare items, okay. Do you wish to enter the Ministry of Medicine? No. Хайде диалози. I always knew that the goddess and her followers looked upon the Roselle with disdain, yet I cannot help but worry for my people. Първото е, the sins they atone for are not their own. One cannot help but wonder why they must continue to pay for them. Второто е, this has less to do with the goddess's teaching than it does producing salt. It makes me wonder why other citizens do not labor at the source. И третото е, I find it difficult to understand why. In this nation that touts equality, the Roselle must suffer such discrimination. Отговорите са първо, греховете, за които плащат, нали, Розел, не са техни, човек не може да не се зачуди защо те трябва да продължат да ги плащат. Това, нали, е по-малко свързано с ученията на богинята, отколкото е с продуцирането на сол. Караме да се чуя защо няма други граждани, които да работят в източника. И третото е, за мен е трудно да разбера защо в нация, която цени толкова равенството, Розел трябва да страдат от такава дискриминация. Те явно са някакви роби, Розел. Тука. Това са отговорите. 1, 2 и 3. Гласувайте, чат. Аз бих казал 2, честно казано. Малко циничният отговор, но 2. Ако нямате особени предпочитания, в крайна сметка ще избера 2. Но изчаквам малко, защото не съм сигурен какъв дилей има. В интересна позиция е по някакъв начин вкарана Фредерика. За жалост имам лошото чувство, че равенството, с което спекулират всички в Хайзант, е базирано на това, че неравенството, което едно общество генерално продуцира, е стоварено на раменете на потисната раса, която е в случая въпросните Розел. Най-вероятно роби в солниците. Което, казвайки го, си представям колко е чудовищно, като да бачкаш солници. Баси гадното. Така. Щом няма допълнителни отговори, казвам 2. You mean to say the teachings ignore efficiency and profit? This nation was built upon their profits from salt. The source is a sacred place, and yet only the Rozelle are forced to labor away there. Hyzant has already accumulated sufficient wealth of their salt taxes. I doubt there are any who wish for more in exchange for such painstaking work. Именно. It's rare for a foreign dignitaries to be allowed into the ministry. Take your time looking around. From the source to the shield and the thriving city between them, I can scarcely decide what has me most impressed. I can only imagine the people feel the same way, judging by the smiles on their faces. Have you seen the great big wall around the city? That's called the goddess's shield. It protects us and the salt from any who would do us harm. Да, но ако вляза и ви заграбя всичките работи, няма кой да ви спаси, пичаги. The goddess decides what those at the Ministry of Medicine should study, so they do not squander their time pondering it themselves. Като цяло целият град ми мирише яко на equality, няма ви лъжа. Супер equality според мен. It's thanks to the Hierophant that we want for nothing. Ям търговеца. Welcome! How can I be of service today? Large pellet Firestone deals fire cut damage. Oh, jug. Renders the selected square flammable, по-скоро. Iron. Така, продавате редки предмети, но... Знаете ли, мисля да ги закупя тия, защото не се знае колко често ще мога да закупувам такива предмети иначе. I will await your next visit. Hyzant is a blessed nation, one where everyone lives in peace. But if you happen to see anyone suspicious, be sure to alert us, to alert the nearest sentry. Could the streets really be that safe in a city this wealthy? Wish I could say the same of Glenbrook. Speaking of which, we should get ourselves some souvenirs before we head home. I'm sure your father would be happy to know you thought of him. In Hyzant, the goddess's teaching determine where you work. Even at the Ministry of Medicine, you are only allowed to research subjects decided by the goddess, though I cannot deny the significance of their results. Окей. Recovery пелетки, аз въобще не съм харчил от тях до сега. Timber, окей. The goddess is on our side. Should another war arise, I know she would ensure the Holy State's victory. The source? Sorry, can't say I know much about it. It's sacred place that a select few are allowed to enter. Плюс робите, нали? Но това е друг въпрос. The goddess's teachings condemn the Rosel to back-breaking labor at the source to atone for their crimes. For the crimes of their forebears. I know it is the way of their nation, and yet it doesn't sit well with me. Pray take care of Lady Frederica. I've no doubt this weighs heaviest upon her. It must be nice having freedom to roam about another's nation. To roam about another nation, по-скоро. You cannot pass through here. Patrol around the source is always sight. The source is just ahead, but you have to turn back. Only those with the proper permissions can enter. I must ask you to turn back. As one of the Saintly Seven, I managed the production of shipment salt. And shipment of salt, какво говоря? That is to say, I single-handedly bear the burden of Hyzant's finances. I can only imagine I was bestowed with such a venerable position in recognition of my unwavering faith to the goddess. Minister Sorsley oversees all Hyzant's dealings in salt, the foundation of their nation's wealth. It is a crucial job, even among the Saintly Seven. Hyzant is a wonderful city. Please enjoy your time here to your heart's content. However, I ask you to not interrupt Minister Sorsley's work. And please stay away from the source. This is just between you and me, but not everyone is happy with the Hierophant. Though I honestly don't understand why. Minister Exarm is always thinking of ways to make our nation even greater. He may be young, but he is still a role model to us all. Though it seems he views Minister Sorsley with distaste. I heard that Minister Exarm was in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs, but it seems he goes above and beyond for his nation. I can't help but wonder from where his aversions to Minister Sorcery stem. Така, имаме нова информация, между другото, ето го. Sorcery responsibilities. Sorcery and one of the Saintly Seven has been entrusted by the Hierophant with overseeing the foundation upon which the Hyzant economy is built. Salt production. Exarmed Marshal, one of the Saintly Seven, charged with overseeing matters of the military and diplomacy. He enjoys immense popularity among the people for breathing new life into the nation, and has earned the Hierophant's deep trust as well. Recent years have seen him rapidly distinguish himself among his fellows, though they say the more conservative Sorcery views him with hostility. Okay. Сега време да говорим с него, между другото. Everyone in Hyzant knows the goddess' teachings. Obey the teachings and serve your nation, and you shall receive the goddess's blessing. It is not wealth that drives Hyzant, but the faith and happiness of her people. И отговорите ми тук са, but we cannot ignore wealth's importance in the equation. How has the holy state achieved such balance? Е първият ми възможен вариант. Втория, it seems idealistic to think a nation can be built on faith alone. If the people are left dissatisfied, will their faith not waver? Третото е, but what is it that brings the people such happiness? I thought the answer is different for everyone. Нали? Трите отговора са първия, но не можем да игнорираме важността на богатството в това уравнение. Как нали е успяло Светото кралство да установи този баланс, такъв баланс, нали? Второто е, изглежда идеалистично нация да бъде изградена изцяло върху вярата. Изглежда, нали, ако хората бъдат оставени недоволни, те няма ли да захвърлят своята вяра. И третото е, но какво носи щастие на хората? Мисля, че за всеки е различно. Тук чат мога да гласувате с 1, 2 или 3. Аз мисля, че може да е леко остро, но мога да кажа 2. Аз бих могъл да кажа 2 в случая. 2 е моят отговор. Две е моят отговор и... И да, въобще ни 2 е моят отговор. Ако нямате вие ваш, направо ще пристъпя към избора на 2. Малко остър отговор, но нека да го пробваме. There is no one who is free of desire. If those desires are not met, it is only natural that the people would become dissatisfied. No? What is Hyzant doing to address such dissatisfaction? We needn't do anything. You need only take a look around to see. There are no needs or desires left unmet here. I know that Frost and Glenbrook still struggle with poverty and corruption. But here in Hyzant we have slaves, man. But here in Hyzant, things are different. The goddess leaves none of her followers wanting. I see. Thank you, Minister. Do the Saintly Seven have the people completely under their thumb? Kinda doubt it. Ex-doubt. Дет се вика. Искам да ида в Encampment да си апгрейд на хората, между другото. Welcome, milord. Едно силвър и хилядарка. Като цяло Iron 6. Йоу. Окей. Първият апгрейд явно е по-ефтин. Greater Damage. Той по принцип е агресивен герой, така че мога да си го позволя. Едно Timber и едно Stone Fiber. Passive skill increases the fire damage dealt with clear weather. Окей, не. 500 голд нямам. Окей. Връщам се в министерството. Investigate the surroundings. The goddess saves all who believe in her. We research so that we may aid her to the end или нещо такова. They claim their city is peaceful, but there are soldiers aplenty in the streets and ministry. It really makes one wonder. The ministry's research helps save lives, and I'm proud to be a part of that. $16 gold, още един апгрейд, идеално. The goddess's teachings unite the people. They are what govern the nation. Perhaps there is something to be learned in all this. This area is off limits. There are more delicate matters being researched up ahead. As such, I'll have to ask you to turn back. Researchers immerse themselves in whatever the goddess bids them study. Devoting our time to those studies is what brings us the greatest joy. Okay. Така. It is our honor to help the sick and injured. The study of life fascinates me so. We may even unlock the secret of immortality someday. This is as far as you go. Only those with the goddess's permission can enter. Researchers are highly respected in Hyzant. The ministry is a symbol of the nation's knowledge and a source of the people's pride. Окей. Тук има два предмета, много интересно. Treatment Note. Obtained Ice Amulet. Може би добре и вънка да изляза и да завъртя камерата малко, а? Какво ще кажете? The Ministry's research helps save lives and I'm proud to be a part of that. Okay. Ростер. Айс амулет. Не съм сигурен. Някакъв магически амулет ли е? Айс резистент 30%. Окей. Нека пробваме. Имаме и нова бележка за информация като цяло, но сега първо ще... се въртна, за да придобия нова визуална информация за всичко. От друг ъгъл. Евентуално. Encampment отново. Отивам там. Fire damage. Promote клас. Medal of Bravery. И левел 10. Няма да е скоро. Някакви слухове мога да си закупя отново. The Saintly Seven govern all aspects of life in the Holy State, from the military to the economy, led by the Hierophant. Each saint assumes a specific responsibility and holds great sway on both domestic and foreign affairs. They are only beloved by the people as representatives of the faithful. Notes. Treatment notes. Patient name 4 хикса, 61 years old female, ailment, compound fractures in both feet. Treatment, recently developed curative magic, patient fully healed and able to walk several weeks faster than usual treatments. Patient name, XXX, 42 years old male, ailment, heart disease. Treatment, hitherto there were few options to successfully treat this, but after administering the Ministry of Medicine's new remedy, the attack ceased and the pattern's condition stabilized. Patient name, patient, 19 years old female, ailment, laceration on calf, signs of necrosis due to delayed treatment, too advanced to save the limb, required below knee amputation. Patient 25 years old male, ailment, unknown illness. Treatment, attempted various remedies, none succeeded in saving patient's life. Will conduct autopsy to better understand the nature of the disease. Тия имат медицина, която звучи като съвременна медицина, за разлика от това, което може да си представиш в нещо такова ренесансово. Или дори просвещенско да е, макар че е по-скоро ренесансово това, което виждам тук. Може би късно ренесансово, но ренесансово nonetheless. Have you heard the rumor of the moving cask? It is said that a mysterious apparition has been seen wandering around Hyzant lately. According to one theory, the lingering hatred of someone who drowned their sorrows in wine gathered within the cask and caused it to move, gaining it the name the Cursed Cask. They say the lonely apparition beckons others to the same fate, calling out these words: welcome and welcome and welcome and welcome. Окей, това е интересно. Тук е някакъв слух, който мога да разгледам за някакви... Каск. Каск беше варел, нали? В смисъл, като бъчва по-скоро. Пробвам да намеря някаква бъчва. Колкото и да е нелепо, ще се пробвам да разпитам и хората. Аха, научих за Exarm Marshal. Ой, да, това е също нещо. Тия вече ги имам. The Cursed Cask. Звучи ми като пълен булшит, който си платих за да получа, но съм длъжен да пробвам. Да намеря каквато и да било информация. Ха. Добре, няма. Conclude Exploration. Време е да се съберем отново.
We got our hands on a fine souvenir thanks to Lady Frederica.
It is quite the feat indeed. Serenoa has terrible taste when it comes to gifts.
Thank you indeed, Frederica.
It was my pleasure.
Should we ask Minister Lila about what ails Lord Simon?
No. Even now, Lord Simon commands great influence. We cannot let others know about his condition.
I understand. Not even our allies can know of our weaknesses, lest they use them against us.
Indeed. We cannot risk exposing ourselves to such danger, for the young lord's sake as well.
What was that?
It appears there is a stir around the ministry.
I shall investigate.
Между другото, Лорд Симон мога му помогнем, тъй като имаме бележка за някой, който е имал сърдечни проблеми и как е бил лекуван. Но сега е време за мисии за побой. Битка. Level 4 recommended. System safe и отиваме напред.
Anna, what happened?
Some researchers at the ministry ran off with its secrets.
To think my ministry was infiltrated by unbelievers.
Unbelievers?
Heathens who reject the goddess's teachings.
At their head is a researcher named Plinius. who escaped with some of our most valuable findings. You must retrieve these documents for us, Exham.
Consider it done. But they could be anywhere in town by now. I will need all the eyes I can get on the lookout.
I must remain here at the Ministry. Their spies may still be among us.
Minister Exham, we would be happy to be of service.
We are in your debt, Lord Sereno.
The men we pursue are researchers, proficient in the arcane arts. The insight of one versed in their ways would be invaluable to us.
Okay.
Take Corentin with you. He is one of my most talented researchers. Corentin, you are to go with House Wolfort and help them retrieve our research from Plinius.
As you wish, Minister.
All right, my friends. The pursuit begins.
Пратиха го да ни контролира, а? Шър. Няма проблем. Не, че съм очаквал друго въобще. Okay, unit placement. Lose all allied forces, defeat Plinius. Clear weather. Wind breezy. Идеално. Така, unit placement. Имаме 6 от 7 deployed units. Много интересно. Серено с магиосничките тука.
Ready and willing.
Рекоменднати са ми тия 4-мата, естествено. Серено е безспорно. Ана ще се пробва да ги снайперира от някъде. Струва ми се като удачно. Окей. Струва ми се като удачно нещо. Нека пробваме. Deploy, begin battle. Окей. Тази битка може да е по-трудна. Apprehend the rebels. Ти имат higher ground.
Plinius, give yourself up. There is no escape for heathens like yourself. Even attempting to steal our nation's secrets is a grave crime. One I know you have not forgotten.
This research is my life's work. I have poured my blood, sweat, and tears into it. What is so wrong with treating it as my own?
My sympathies, though.
Plinius, such an untainted passion for knowledge cannot hope to survive here.
I had heard that Hyzand was a land without strife. It would seem that was too good to be true. We mustn't allow Plinius and his lackeys to get away! After them!
You can enter simulation mode by pressing A button on a unit other than yourself. This allows you to test the consequences of various actions on the selected unit without actually performing them. Не ми трябва чак толкова много, но... Okay.
I see. So Ice heeds your call.
Haven't we met before? What is your name?
I'm no one of note, I'm afraid. You must have me mistaken for someone else.
I won't lose!
Тази ни е много чиста работа, принципно, ама... Тия са магиосници, нали? Battle Mage, страхотно. Бе, няма какво се обърка.
You leave me with no recourse.
Окей. Всички вземат дефанзивна позиция, никой не иска да пострада. Никой не иска да пострада, но това значи, че ще имаме бавно начало на битката. Хейст. Интересно, окей.
I must keep fighting. Forward.
Добре, Сереноа е... Окей. Добре, Сереноа ще бъде като таран. Мога да е пълна грешка това, но... Хейст, интересно, но това ще му даде шанс да атакува някой от моите.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Дали нямаме разцепят с тази магия? Окей, сега давам шанс на моя таран. Давам шанс на моя таран. Flame Shield, между другото, това е удачно. Raise allies fire resistance for 2 turns and grants them the ability to counter fire attacks. Okay.
I shall protect you.
Our victory is assured.
Окей. Естествено, Скорч! Ох, как хубаво се подредиха. Как хубаво се подредиха за тази противникова атака. Frosty Feathers deals ice type damage to a single enemy. Have a chance to silence them for 2 turns. Icy Breath deals ice type magic to all enemies within the range. Проблема е, че както и да ги събера, се струпват. Resistant и weak. Абе, агресив бе, агресив бе.
That didn't work. Out of my way. This research is mine. None shall have it.
Casting a nice attack on a freezable square will freeze it. Though there are exceptions to this rule, squares that are frozen reduce the mobility and accuracy of units standing upon them. Frozen tiles can be melted by fire attacks. Така, casting attack, окей.
Your orders?
Тия настъпват бавно.
Charge!
Искам да привлека атаките им.
Time to take
И може би
flight.
точно това ще направя.
Take that!
I have to survive. Take this!
Bullshit! Всяко не дойде хелърката, скоро ще пострада много лошо.
From where shall we strike? I'll make this quick.
Delaying Strike е супер. Мога му обърна гръб, защото е делейнат. Скорч. Тия са много тежки. И подхода ми е грешен сякаш. Cure Wounds. Доста лошо. Подхода ми не е добър.
Push on through!
Shall we begin?
Рип.
It ends here.
Too slow.
Pursuit stance.
Shall we begin?
Cure wounds.
Be at ease.
You have my thanks.
One step closer to our hope.
Level up. Техният
Let me
лидер
show
след...
you what I've
Окей,
learned.
не е. Не е техният лидер.
Let me help. Incredible.
Now then, to work. I do not miss. Most interesting.
Silence! Добре, атакувайме с оръжие. Се тая 23 критикал не е малко.
Your orders?
Charge! Brace yourself! Did you see that? I grow ever stronger.
Това е супер грешка. Йъп, тя е долу. Фаршилда беше относително безсмислен. Зато ще бъде агресивен. Delaying Strike е нужен тука.
Realize the gulf between our skills. Your lifeblood shall paint my sword.
Sandstorm е идеален. Само че сега за жалост не е Фредерика, е Фрост следващия. Ако беше Фредерика, ще им избухше един фаер. Здрав. Хейст е окей.
I shall do what I can.
Имаме един мъртъв принципно, което не е идеално, но...
Be at ease.
I've been waiting for this.
Кайчилд.
Time to die. Now.
Малко по малко ще ги разбием. Охо, не, братле.
You leave me with no recourse. Take this.
Айс бред не е идеално, защото той вкарва доста солиден демидж.
With the powers in me. It worked!
Now then, to work.
Окей, това мога да е проблем. Солиден демидж правят те. Това е много добре. Iron Dagger.
Allow me. My turn.
Troll Poison може би. Или пък не, Iron Dagger, за да го довърша, айде.
This is the end. My turn.
Silence. Отново магиосничката.
Oh.
Критика от 23 се тая.
I won't lose.
Той вече няма Silence. Ланс ще ги удари и двамата.
Be gone.
Супер.
Defeat is not an option. I'll make this quick. Wait! That hit the mark.
Той си каства хейт на себе си за... хейст, не хейт. Хейст на себе си за втори път, интересно.
Shall we begin?
Ах, дейба. Окей.
Shall we begin? You misjudged me!
Това беше грешка, трябваше да го атакувам и след това да бягам в другата посока, но окей. Давам им опции, това не ми харесва. Окей. Скорч, няма да им дадем много опции. И двамата са резистант, но се тая.
Time to work. You won't escape.
Time for some research.
My turn.
Нормалният ланс също би трябвало да ги довърши, така че нямам проблеми с това. Окей.
You leave me with no recourse.
Where the wolf is cornered.
Серен Ноа. Delaying Strike отново.
Wait! That hit the mark.
You are not worthy of my time.
Сега ще го излекува, нали? Cure Wounds. За жалост няма да има капацитета, негова жалост няма да има капацитета да го лекува според мен за винаги. Най-малкото, че сега ще го изблъскаме здраво.
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed.
Също така взехме...
Time to work.
нужното нещо. Troll Poison. Като цяло тивката е много полезна.
Where was I?
I fight for peace.
Серен Ноа евентуално.
Let me help.
Splendid. For victory.
Double thrust.
You don't stand a chance.
We win.
I feel stronger already.
You are not worthy of my time.
Сега то пичага ще го разцепи направо.
There's no joy in
Гръм.
an easy victory.
The situation is grim.
Long sword.
This ends here. That hit the mark.
Why, goddess? I am not your pawn. I am merely...
Exquisite award. Не можахме да убием другия войник, но все тая. Спечелихме мисията.
What did you hope to do with our secrets? Sell them for riches?
No. We wished only for freedom in our research. Knowing we would be granted no such liberty here, we were left with no choice.
I see. You rebel against her teachings, as I suspected. Take them away. You have our gratitude, Lord Serenoa. We could not have apprehended the heretics without you.
What will happen to them now?
They will be punished for their wrongdoings, of course. Defying the goddess's teachings is the most grave crime one can commit in Hyzant.
I see now. Equality here stems from their thorough elimination of heretics.
You did well, Corentin. For your efforts, you deserve a reward.
If you insist, I do have a request. I would like permission to embark on a journey. I wish to learn more about the medicines of other lands.
Greater knowledge of medicine would prove useful in our studies of life. I will consider it.
We will take our leave here.
Master Corentin, thank you for your help today.
There's something I would speak with you about. Do you have a moment? This place is too conspicuous. Let us talk elsewhere.
You wish to leave Hyzant?
Yes. I wish to study magic, not medicine.
But just before, you spoke of wanting to observe medical treatment in other nations.
Merely a pretense to gain permission to leave. We cannot research freely in Hyzant. We are simply tasked with fulfilling our designated roles. Furthermore, no matter how revolutionary our discoveries may be, the world at large will never know them.
You mean to say you tire of Hyzant's secrecy?
You're not much different than those so-called heretics, then. Could it be you feel some connection with them?
To tell the truth, I was well aware of Plinius' plan. But I was a coward, one who could neither stop nor join them. And because of it, I ended up capturing those with whom I sympathized. I wish never to feel this way again.
And thus you mean to leave the Holy State entirely?
Yes, I have no intention of returning to the Ministry. Which is why I must ask if you would allow me to journey with you, as a member of House Wolfort.
Ice Mage винаги от полза.
My lord, while he may be a unique character, he undoubtedly possesses a great understanding of the arcane.
There is one thing I must know. Would you be troubled traveling alongside my betrothed, knowing her heritage?
Not at all. I'm abandoning Hyzant and the goddess's teachings with it. On the contrary, Lady Frederica's magic fascinates me. I would love to learn more about it.
But of course.
Very well then. Welcome to our ranks, Corentin. Pursue your studies to your heart's content. I only ask that you put them to use on House Wolfort's behalf.
Of course. You have my thanks, Lord Serenoa.
Корентин се присъедини към нашите сили. Усещам кой ми става лека по лека новия любим герой. Корентин е точно този тип персонажи, които са ми изключително симпатични в игрите. The Scholars. Pursuers of Knowledge. Central Hyzant. Упс. To bid farewell. Сега сейвам и почти сигурно това ще е финала на днешния епизод, следващата къс сцена. Я да тестваме. Да видим дали съм прав.
It's time we head home. You aren't forgetting anything, are you, my lord?
Eridor, I told you. I'm not a child anymore.
I'm sorry, my lord. Whenever I see your face, I can't help but think of the lad I once knew.
Can you not lower your voice? You'll disturb the whole city at this rate.
House Wolfort certainly is lively.
Indeed. I've never seen such a big, happy family.
I'm glad they allowed you to travel with us.
As am I. I intend to revolutionize the world with my research.
Very well and good, but we also have a wedding to prepare for. Busy times lie ahead, Frederica.
Yes.
Let us make it a grand wedding. Huette, prepare an extravagant gift worthy of my best friend.
Yes, Your Highness.
It seems I'm just in time. I came to thank you and see you off on behalf of the Holy One.
We are the ones who should thank you. Glenbrook and House Wolfort shall not forget your kindness.
I'm happy to have seen Hyzant with my own eyes. Till we meet again.
Prince Roland, Lord Serenoa, the future of Norzelia is in the hands of the young, those like ourselves. I much look forward to our next meeting.
We have heard much about how all in Hyzant are blessed by the goddess's teachings. And yet, they told us almost nothing of the Roselle. What sort of lives do they live here? What sort of life did Mother lead?
Is something the matter, Frederica?
Forgive me. I was merely lost in thought.
Thoughts of the Roselle, I presume.
Yes. I wondered what effect it might have on your relations with Hyzant, now that we are to wed.
Right now, our three nations work together, but none can say what the future holds. Whatever may occur, know that you will not have to bear it alone. It will be a burden for all of House Wolfort to bear, together.
Thank you, Serenoa.
A land of sand and sun completed.